Welcome to Visualize, the podcast where collaboration fuels change. I'm your host, Chris Baker, and each week we'll explore incredible connections between nonprofits, businesses, and the community. This is a space where we highlight inspiring partnerships, uncover strategies for creating meaningful impact, and share stories that show how working together can make all the difference. Whether you're a nonprofit leader, a business owner, or someone just passionate about building connections, this podcast is for you. Welcome to Visual Eyes. Today I have a special guest, Claudia Mosley. And so welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the invitation.
Oh, yeah, you're totally welcome. So I'd like you to talk a little bit about your journey and what inspired you to co-found Global Dreams USA.
Perfect. So I've been into social responsibility since 2010.
Mm-hmm.
We started helping different projects in Colombia, in South America. That's where I'm from.
Mm.
More specifically, I started in Bogota, which is where I was born. So the first project that we did was with an organization called Los Valientes de David. And it's in a rural area where there's no water or electricity in the skirts of the mountains of Bogota, and very, very poor area. We helped build a center. We helped also get donations for instruments and art, materials. We have volunteers that now go every week, on the weekend. They get in, teach English, French. It was really a beautiful project, and we did that for 2 years. Then we moved to another project in Medellin. Then we moved to another project in Cartagena. The one in Cartagena was beautiful because it was a lot concentrated to the human traffickers.
Okay.
And it was in an island called, it's right 15 minutes from Cartagena, but the only way that you can get to that is with a boat.
Okay.
And the same thing, they get water once a week. Many of them don't have electricity. It depends. So we built a center, that school, and that was through a religion organization here, a church.
Okay.
And again, we helped them for like 3 years. And then I fell into Global Dreams. And most of the kids in the organizations that we had helped were more for younger kids. Global Dreams mission is to help young adults graduate from university. So we have right now 16 active students, and all of them have a scholarship 80 to 100%. And very different universities in Bogota, Medellin, Chocó, Villavicencio. So now we're not just concentrated in just one area. We have different parts of the country. And these kids are brilliant. And if it wasn't for our help, they would have to give up school so that they can work to survive. Right. So what we do is we help them with room and boarding. We have an apartment that we hold 6 students, and then the other 10, we pay them to rent a room and transportation. And these kids are brilliant. I mean, we have a scientist that graduated.
Okay.
We have a chef. We have a marketing director. We have veterinarian. We right now have an active medical. She's studying medicine in one of the best universities of Bogota, which is El Rosario. 100% scholarship.
Wow.
Brilliant kid. She actually got the scholarship. She was the best, the most highest score of the, like what here is the SAT, over there is called EFIX.
Okay.
She was the highest score in the country.
In the country?
In the country.
Wow.
So she got full scholarship. I mean, to be in La Universidad del Rosario, you either have to have a lot of money or you have to be very brilliant. And that's what she is. So we saw that throughout all my journey, education has always been the motive of helping those type of populations. We always felt that even in the projects that we help with the little kids, it was introducing art and music and, for them to see the bigger picture of the world and not the world that they're living in. So that was what's motivated me, was to take them out of their current situation and through education, show them that there is opportunity, that there is a better choice, there is another side of the spectrum. So that's really what motivated. Now, when we started fundraising, our journey became that we realized that in our community, we were going to get a lot more help from our peers and colleagues and other networking groups if we also share the fundraising with a local organization. Because being an international organization, not a lot of people are motivated to keep giving to an international. But when you, and we have done it with different organizations. Right now, we're having an event with MRT. MRT is a beautiful organization for veterans. They treat their PST, is that correct?
Yeah, PTSD.
The PTSD.
Yep.
And by diving. And it have shown that the results are wonderful. And what more better than to give to the people that have risked their life for our freedom, for our security. So that organization is very dear to my heart. Monica is a girl that I know for a long time, and she's done an amazing job with the organization. And I always said to her, I like to. We did an event in the past, and it was completely success. Because when two people from a local and an organization like mine get together, I feel that we can accomplish more. And we feel more satisfied that we also did something locally.
Right. That's actually one of the reasons why we're starting this podcast up again, Visualize, is because we're looking to make sure that we talk about ways that people can collaborate, nonprofit to nonprofit to business, and all of these ways. So I'm glad that you had the opportunity to connect with MRD and Monica. We actually had one of her board members on the show.
Oh, nice.
And so we actually got to talk about MRD a little bit more that way too. So I completely agree with you. Like, once you actually add two nonprofits together, you are multiplying the effect. It's
you
so
don't
much
know,
more.
like the guests that go into our events that are already supporting us, every time we give them like a choice for them to see what the local organizations are doing, you'd be surprised how much many of them get more motivated to get involved. Right. So we're not only doing it for the fundraising, but also to educate people on what other organizations are doing locally, create awarenesses. I feel that every human being needs to be socially responsible. I mean, that is a part of your life and a part of your mission in this beautiful world is when you leave this world, what did you do? What legacy did you leave behind? You know, I feel like every human being has come to this world to do something.
We all have
to take advantage of your life, to be happy, obviously. But by being happy, to me, being happy also means serving, giving others. And, you know, it's amazing. And I have always tell people, what makes you a good human being is not really being a good mother, a good wife, or a good friend and a family member, because that's already given to you. You know, to me, a good human being is that person that does something for another human being that has nothing to do with you, blood related, that you don't even know, but it gives you the satisfaction that you did something and now they are in another level. And the experience that we have now, because we take a lot of business people with us every year to Bogota, Colombia, so that they can meet the kids. We have a lot of fun. It's an incredible trip. But the most important day is the day that we get together with the kids. Right. And they speak and they tell their stories. And that's when you realize that not only did we give them the opportunity to succeed, but every single one of those kids are involved in a social responsibility within the university or within their local town.
Okay.
And that to us is it's like we know we did something right.
Right.
You know, we know that we taught them how to be socially responsible and to give, and the importance of giving, because otherwise they would not be able to succeed as they are now. So that to us has been an amazing part of this whole journey, is the trips, seeing how advanced they've gotten, seeing the ones that are graduating and how good they're doing, and see that all of them are involved in social responsibilities in their local.
It's so amazing to hear that, you're opening these opportunities for these individuals that just they would not have. And I mean, the list that you just went through, doctor, executive director, veterinarian, these are high
Researches.
these are high positions that scientists, all of these are wonderful.
Wonderful.
Like, they're going to help change the world.
Yes.
And without this, organization, they couldn't have gotten that far. So it's just beautiful to hear that Global Dreams is making global dreams happen. Exactly.
And I tell you, we right now, for us to support the 16 kids that we have, it's a little bit under $20,000 a year.
Okay.
But it's $20,000 a year that we have to do events, that we have people that support us every month. My BNI group has been amazing. This year, I was for almost $4,000 to meet my goal. And one of the lawyers got up and said, I'm willing to match up to $1,500 if you guys, jump in. In one meeting, I raised $3,500.
So then
I only had in the $500. Obviously, we met, and that's much easier. And so the support that we get from the community, and we did an event. We usually do it either Memorial Day weekend or Labor Day weekend. So this year, the past, we did a Labor Day weekend.
Okay.
We had the mayor of the sheriff department office, which is Renee Peterson, came.
Awesome.
Yeah, she's come twice.
She's loved. Awesome.
So she has now created a relationship with some of the kids, where she now wants to see, what they did last year and how everything evolved. And we had Marty Elbert. He's one of the members of my group.
Okay.
We had from my BNI, about 5 of them went.
Oh, nice.
We had 23 people. We had an amazing trip. And a lot of them, when they hear the kids speak, the young adults speak, and how much they are involved in their day-to-day, how are they in their careers, a lot of them got recognized. Even we have a designer, clothes designer, fashion designer.
Yeah.
Well, he has won twice the best in his university, and his model got shown in they have like a museum in downtown Bogota, which is La Moda Museum. Well, his sketch or his model was there in exhibition for 3 months. And now he's got it again on another level. So it's amazing to see the level of compromise that these kids have, knowing that they have a group of people that they see that they care.
That's fantastic. That is wonderful. So besides MRD, what other collaboration and partnerships have you can talk about that you've experienced?
So we've done so many organizations. I know we did Techo, we did the Girls Club, which they do almost the same thing here in the United States. They have a high school, and then once they graduate, we also helped another organization called FITSI, which does exactly the same thing we do for foster care kids.
Okay.
Here, we've done the Boys and Girls Club.
Okay.
We're done. There's another Flippany. Flippany is an organization that help with nutrition in schools and how to get them aware to eat a much better meal, like vegetables, and they help them grow. And it's a really good organization too. So there was this year, the past, we didn't have that many events as of right before the pandemic. We used to have an event every month, and every month we'll choose a different local organization
to work
to share the events, to
that's
fundraise.
Fantastic. Okay, good.
So for us, it was simultaneously we were helping local, and we were meeting the goal that we needed to help the organizations in Colombia.
That's fantastic. That's great. So sometimes this may be a challenging, working and trying to work together with other collaborations. And so you might be unique challenges. Can you explain any of the key lessons that you've learned by working with all of these different organizations so that our viewers can actually think of different ways that they can think of how to work through some of the challenges they might experience?
Well, it depends. We did have some challenges. Some of the organizations took the opportunity of having an event in another group, like really all they had to do was show up, and we required that at least they had 20 guests so that we have enough people to fundraise more. So we had some organizations that dropped the ball and they just showed up and they didn't do, any efforts on promoting the event or, being more proactive. Where we have others that we did amazing because they did the promoting, the inviting, the collaboration on sponsorship. Like I said, the one that we did with Monica, and I think that was in October of last year, was a complete success. It was beautiful. I mean, we had a full room. The collaboration was great. The energy in that night's event was really beautiful. So that's the learning experience, is that you have to sit down with the organization that you're choosing and really explain what is the goal of the event.
Right.
Not just we're choosing you, we want to help you, but we need to make sure that we both at the same level so that we can make sure that the event is successful.
Correct. Yeah. So one of the other things we have as a collaboration effort is our new program called Headshots for a Cause.
And I thought that was the most amazing thing that you can come up with. Because, no, for real, every professional needs to update a picture. I mean, when I see sometimes the business card with a picture of a guy that looks like 20 years ago, it's like, so, when like, I never dated in how do you call that, in those platforms. But it's a lie. It's like, this was you 20 years ago. You need to show yourself how you look today. Yes. And there's nothing wrong. I mean, obviously the human being ages.
Correct.
It's part of the, world, the day to day. But I do feel that it's very important for you to get an actual profile picture yearly if you can.
Yeah, I would recommend, even if you can't do it yearly, every
2 years, for sure.
Yeah, it's so important because as we're business, networking and everything, and they're going to go check out your profiles on LinkedIn and maybe Facebook, wherever you might be using social media. If it doesn't look like they met the same person that we met,
exactly,
like, that's not the same person, and they may just move on.
Yeah,
because it's like, oh, that wasn't who I actually
exchanged
contact with.
Or sometimes you're like, okay, why hasn't he changed the picture?
Or that too.
Is he stuck or is she stuck in how she looked 20 years ago? I mean, come on, you need to move on. Yeah. It's part of being a professional. Move on.
Yes. So at the end of 2024, we did some pilot testing with a couple organizations to see how this was going to work. And now we really saw the benefit of what we could do to help nonprofits through the Headshots for a Cause. And so now we choose 3 nonprofits every quarter. And those 3 nonprofits, we're going to create the marketing material. We do we create an entire website. They can go to headshots, the number 4, acause.com, and you can go and easily just select, I'm ready for my headshot, pick Global Dreams USA, pay the $250, and then all of the net proceeds go directly to the nonprofit.
That's a beautiful thing. And I tell you, because I belong to different organizations, it's easier for me to say, hey, you always said, how can we contribute? This is something that can impact you professionally, so you can get a brand new shot. But
correct.
This wonderful company is helping nonprofits by giving a percentage of their proceeds to the nonprofit. So if you want to help me, I feel like it's a gain in both parties, right? Because you need a head shop, and sometimes they are extremely expensive. Sometimes people don't like the way they come out. Sometimes the people don't like the personalities of the people that is taking the photo. And I do have to say that you and Momo are the most giving, loving,
thank you.
which makes you feel more comfortable, right?
Yeah.
I don't feel nervous in front of a camera when I'm with you, where sometimes I could feel a little fear or nervous. You definitely have a gift of making people feel comfortable.
I appreciate that. Yeah, that's actually, it's one of my passions, to really kind of like calm a room. Like, I do use energy work wherever I'm at, because I'm like, I want you to be your authentic self. I want you to be feeling safe. And if you can't be safe and you can't be your authentic self, you're not moving forward. And that's where I feel like one of my gifts is just helping those people feel that way, so that they can make the change that needs to happen in the world. So I appreciate that. Thank you. Looking forward, what are some of the strategic priorities for Global Dreams? And how is that going to help future collaborations to support the underprivileged students in Latin America?
So what we did new was, I got into my my networking group. I changed from my professional to my nonprofit, and we wanted to see how that effort will work for the organization, and we had amazing results.
Oh, good.
So well that I don't think I can go back to my professional in that group anymore, because, staying with the nonprofit has been so rewarding, and is what we needed. Like, now, finally, we see a growth. So we just took 3 more students.
Really?
Yes. So
congratulations.
We see that when we have a collaboration by belonging to a group of people, and we have in our group, we have about 35 people, and believe it or not, most of them are involved. Most of them are giving me recurring donations. Most of them show up to the events. Most of them, give me for sponsorship. Like I said, at the end of the year, I was missing my quota, and they got up and say, hey, Claudia needs to make her quota for the nonprofit so that the kids can get an education. Come on, we can do this. Right. And it was fundraising a day. So it was amazing.
Yeah, you have a good group of people. I have actually visited your group, and I just was like, wow, these people are so connected, so well loved.
So connected, yes. I feel like the group of marketing and events, and they really do a good job on getting people together. So we do get for lunch almost every other week. We all get a group of people together.
Oh, nice.
And it's not only the different power teams. Like tomorrow, we have the real estate and the business power team getting together.
Oh, good.
And it's one of my clients' restaurants. So I always look a way of helping everyone involved, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So we have a client that is called Mario Cubano, and he's opening up the restaurant, and we're doing lunch there. And usually we have about 20 people show up.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yes.
That's
And
a
so,
good amount of people.
and I tell you, you in the meetings are very structured. That
Mhm.
it's so nice. That it's so well instructed. But I feel like the only way that you can really get to know them as a person is by the events outside those meetings that we do.
Right.
And we do a lot of events. Like we had the Christmas party, and everybody showed up at the Christmas party. Like we had like full house,
That's fantastic.
and the chapter tries to make it so that the members don't pay for the party, but that's a collaboration of a lot of raffles that we do throughout the years,
Right.
a lot of things that we do throughout the years, and we always remind the members, remember, the more you participate, this is for the end of the year party, because we do look forward to all of us get together and really celebrate. So this year was great. We had a great time.
It's those moments that you get to connect that really kind of help bond you, because when you sit through a normal meeting, yeah, you get to hear what people are looking for and everything else, but it's those other meetings outside when you're having a drink with them, having a lunch with them.
Having
That's when you get
coffee,
to
yes, to get to really know them. And,
yes.
I do a lot of events in my house where I welcome them to come with their families. So we had one, I think it was in August, where they came with their kids and their spouses. And that's really a way for a group of people to engage. Because not
Yeah.
only are you engaging on a one-to-one level, but now you're seeing them as a father, as a husband, their kids are there.
Right.
It's a really great way of getting to really know the group. And that's how a group gets a lot more stronger, is when they get to know each other better.
And if any of you ever get the chance to go to one of her parties, she makes amazing pizza in her brick oven. Like, it's all outside. Amazing. So, mwah. Very good. All right. So as we wrap up, there's actually one last question. And actually went back to a word that you said earlier, which is fantastic, because we do want to talk about legacy. And so what is the legacy that you hope to leave behind for future generations?
Definitely, not only the fact that we impacted a human being with education, but also the fact that we were responsible for them to have their own initiative to do the same, replicate the same thing we did. So to me, what the result of this whole thing has given me the most satisfaction is that they're doing the same thing. Is that it's not going to die when I stop. It's gonna, we actually planted seeds in every single one young adult that we have helped, that now they are all thinking the way we're thinking. And so to me, that's a great legacy, that it doesn't stop there when a human being, God forbid, retires or dies, that it continues, that we really impacted the life of a human being to realize, oh my God, I'm successful because of the help that I got. So let me do it again. Let me help another human being. Let me start doing the same. And to us, and I said to us, is our board members are so excited with that. We have seen how involved they're getting in their communities, in the universities, the projects that they're doing, that we're like, yes, we wanted to help them to be professionals, because education can definitely clean towns by giving them better security, prosperity, but also understand that you have to give, you have to serve in order to succeed. So that definitely, the legacy is knowing that it's not going to stop when I stop, that it's going to keep going.
I love it. I love that. Paying it forward through social good. I love it. That is a beautiful legacy. And I think, I hope other listeners and, the viewers are looking to other ways that they can help find ways to collaborate and continue social good.
I tell you something, and I want to invite, we're going to Colombia this Memorial Day weekend. I took my youngest daughter for the first time last year.
Okay.
She was 15 years old, and I didn't want to take her until she asked me to take her.
Oh.
I never enforce it to any of my kids. Yeah,
Okay.
they all are involved in the community. But when I took my daughter, she was so impressed of the impact of education on a young adult. And she was so impressed how she gets everything given here and how much they have to work to get it, and how much they, not only in their schools, but they have also a job, a part-time job, and then the efforts that they're doing with the community, the university, where you're like, oh my God, how they have so much time. The impact that made to a young adult, that I would recommend that if anybody wants to come this Memorial Day weekend and they want to bring their young children, I say 13 and up because they're more aware. It will definitely change their perspective, and it will definitely change their life. So my daughter is now more involved. She opened the only social media that she has really, it's LinkedIn, and it was all dedicated to global dreams and how impact her by going. And now she's involved, and now she wants to know that she's coming this year again. She helps us in the events. She's very, and not only with our organization, like, now since she came back, she took it upon herself to get involved in her local projects in Cooper City.
Okay.
So that really impressed me, and it also made me realize that as a mother, I did something right. Because kids also learn more by example.
Oh, absolutely.
By seeing. You can tell a kid whatever it is, you have to be good, and you have to, but if they don't see a good example, then that's never going to happen.
Right.
So I think that if anybody wants to come and they want to bring their young kids, please, contact me. Definitely, it's a safe event. We are all traveled together in a bus, so it's usually 25 people. We go to beautiful restaurants. We go to beautiful sightseeing, and then the Sunday, which is when we go with the kids, we usually do a trip. Last year, we went to the Laguna de Guatavita. Is the lagoon where the El Dorado took place? I don't know if you saw the story of how the Indians used to throw gold in a lagoon.
Okay. No, I have not.
El Dorado is called.
Okay.
So Disney has actually a movie about El Dorado. Okay. And it is the story of Colombia. Our Indians had a lot of gold, in the way that they praised their gods by all of the gold. They would either bury it in certain places or throw it to certain lagoons. And it's a place where you felt the energy in a way that you don't feel in any other places. It was like Machu Picchu, for example. They said that the energy that you feel in that, it's amazing. Well, kind of like that. You feel that type of energy.
Yeah, I know Momo has been there, and he just raves how much like the
energy. And not because I'm Colombian, but the food is amazing. It's affordable, really. So for one person to go, including the $300 that we asked for donation for you to come, it's about $1,100.
Which is nothing.
The hotel is $70, and it's the most beautiful hotel. Like Renee got a suite for $75 a night. Amazing.
Oh, amazing. So one other thing before we go is, how can they contact you? Website, phone number?
So our website is www.globaldreamsusa.org.
Okay.
We also have a page in Facebook and in Instagram. Mm-hmm. You can personally call me at 954-560-7548 if you want to get involved.
Okay.
If you want to participate in any way, in any of our trips, in any of our events. Our event, the 27th, is going to be a beautiful event at Chima Steakhouse. We are sharing that event with MRD, and it's going to be a really, really beautiful event.
Awesome. Well, again, thank you so much, Claudia, for being on the show with us, and we'll tune in next time. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Visualize. We hope that the inspiration and practical insights can help you foster stronger connections and meaningful change. Don't forget to subscribe, share the episode, and leave us a review. To learn more about Visuals by Momo and how we support collaboration and storytelling, visit visualsbymomo.com. A huge thank you to everyone out there listening. Until next time, remember, collaboration fuels change, and your connections can inspire the world.